NFL Week 13 Preview, Eagles and 49ers headline docket with NFC Championship rematch. It's the first time since 1994 two teams who played in the previous season's NFC title game will meet in the regular season. How is it December already? While the days, weeks and months seem to tick by, there's no other better time than to get the snacks ready, maybe pour yourself some hot cocoa and curl up in front of the TV for an important NFL Sunday and Monday slate of games that will have a playoff impact. There are a few games that come to mind this week when we talk NFL. The top teams in the NFC will go head-to-head, and the AFC may see some significant movement and separation with the postseason picture starting to become clearer. Let's take a look at some interesting notes going into Week 13 and one thing to keep in mind for Week 14. The Philadelphia Eagles already survived a Super Bowl rematch against the Kansas City Chiefs and will have a 2022 NFC Championship rematch Sunday afternoon with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the first game between two teams that appeared in the previous season's NFC title game since the 49ers played the Dallas Cowboys in 1994. In January, the Eagles defeated the 49ers after Brock Purdy injured his arm. The 49ers barely threw the ball in the second half, and Philadelphia advanced to the Super Bowl. San Francisco has lost the NFC Championship game 2 years in a row, and revenge on the road would give them some momentum. Jalen Hurts needs 2 rushing touchdowns to become the first quarterback in NFL history with multiple rushing touchdowns in 3 straight games, according to NFL research. If 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey scores a rushing touchdown, he would join Marshall Faulk and Lenny Moore as the only players in NFL history with at least 50 rushing touchdowns and 25 touchdown catches. Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos refuse to be written off this season. Throughout all the trade rumors and criticism of Wilson's play, Denver has put together a 6-5 record to remain in the hunt for a playoff berth. Denver will be on the road to play the Houston Texans Sunday, riding a 5-game winning streak. The team has won 6 of its last 8 games after starting the season 0-3. Only one team has ever started 0-3 and reached the postseason, the 2018 Texans. The Minnesota Vikings are in the same boat but are playing without Kirk Cousins. But receiver Justin Jefferson is expected to return after the bye week. Denver has 3 divisional games left on the docket, 2 against the Los Angeles Chargers, 1 against the Las Vegas Raiders. There are a handful of teams in playoff contention this week that lost last week and need wins to stay afloat in the postseason race. A few teams come to mind: the Los Angeles Chargers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Houston Texans, and Cleveland Browns. There are a handful of teams in playoff contention this week that lost last week and need wins to stay afloat in the postseason race. A few teams come to mind: the Los Angeles Chargers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Houston Texans, and Cleveland Browns. The Chargers will hit the road to take on the New England Patriots, another team in desperate need of a victory. The Buccaneers host the Carolina Panthers, who just fired head coach Frank Reich. The Texans will welcome the Broncos after losing a pivotal division matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Cleveland Browns could also use a win, but their quarterback situation is iffy. Going up against Aaron Donald and the Rams isn't going to make things easier. The Indianapolis Colts, somehow, are entering Week 13 with the final playoff spot in the AFC, while the Minnesota Vikings own the same position in the NFC. There are 6 weeks remaining in the regular season. The New York Giants looked all but out of the playoff hunt a few weeks ago when Daniel Jones suffered a season-ending torn ACL. But Tommy DeVito has picked up a couple of wins to somehow keep the Giants' slim playoff hopes alive at 4-8. The Giants enter Week 13 with a bye and will have to hope for losses from teams in front of them: the Green Bay Packers, New Orleans Saints, Bucs, and Rams.